So what happens when you pack 9 drivers on each side into a sub $100 IEM? Let's find out. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and I am here today with the TRN VX Pro, or the TRN VX Pro. And yes, this is a hybrid unit. It's a hybrid IEM with 1 dynamic driver and 8 balanced armatures per side. Now that is some pretty impressive specs. How does it all sound? Well, stick around and I will let you know. This is the box. I'm not going to go over the specs right now. The important thing here is the price, which is about $88. Let me check real quick. Yeah, $89 and 9 drivers per side. Like I said, 1 dynamic, 8 balanced armatures. Inside the box, you do get, of course, the IEMs, that's those there. You also get a metal carrying case, TRN carrying case, and you get a, oh no, not again. Oh, yeah, that's right, you get one of these. Fortunately, it does have a microphone. I know a lot of people appreciate cables with a microphone, so that's a plus, but yeah, we're still seeing this crappy old, oh man, I wish they could do something better than that. But you know, it is what it is. You're probably saving money on the cable and allowing, you know, 9 drivers per side. Bloody hell. In terms of physical build, yeah, pretty nice, man. Very nice indeed. Pretty sweet curves there. You know, these remind me a lot of the Meze Rye Solo and the Rye Penta, possibly or probably influenced in the design to some extent by those IEMs, but you know, I'm not going to complain because damn, these things look great and they are super comfortable as well. But enough with all that stuff. Let's get on to how these guys actually sound. And you know what? I would describe the sound of the sound signature of the VX Pro as a mild V shape. It's kind of a mix between fun and technical tuning. The fun comes from a moderately elevated bass response that lays a warm foundation for the more technical mid-range and treble. Now, these technical aspects are pretty much a result of the fast transients and the cleanliness of the balanced armature drivers, as well as the VX Pro's resolving treble, which we'll get onto in a minute. Having said that, it's the marriage of all of those aspects that result in a balanced and accomplished overall presentation. Considering the large and mixed driver count, the VX Pro is a very efficient earphone. It's very easy to drive. Now you can run these straight from a phone, but they also scale fairly well, so you will get better results by plugging into a better source. Let's break it down now, and we'll start with the bass. And even with a plethora of balanced armature drivers in place, multi-BA or balanced armature IEMs, they struggle to capture the essence and the depth of a dynamic driver. You know, that dynamic drivers just move air. You feel that bass, just like you do when you're at a concert or when you're at a live performance, or you know, if you're standing in front of a live drummer, you feel the bass in your body. And that's what a dynamic driver does for you, does for the bass. Now the VX Pro embraces this idea, and the inclusion of that dynamic driver delivers the full-bodied bass that moves the air and hits with impact. It's not a bass head IEM, rather it's just kind of enough to be engaging with a nice bit of weight in the low end without slowing down the overall sound too much. The transition from the bass to the mid-range is very smooth, with the lower mid-range absorbing and then later sort of shedding some of the extra weight seamlessly. The mid-range is slightly on the warmer side of neutral. It inherits some body from the bass, but it's still transparent. The transient speed of the BA drivers, it allows the mid-range notes to be full-bodied, but at the same time kind of avoiding any congestion. So it's a nice clean, fast mid-range, but at the same time, those mid-range notes have a nice fullness to them. Thus, the VX Pro's mids are smooth and relaxed, yet at the same time they are highly resolving. There's good spacing between instruments and the vocals, creating a nice uncluttered but a cozy soundstage. Vocal notes are closer to neutral. They're detailed and articulate with just enough warmth to sound natural. At times there are hints of sibilance from the VX Pro, but only really when it's present in the recording. They're not inherently sibilant. And then the treble, and as far as treble tunings go, I really like the VX Pro's highs. They sparkle, they shimmer, and the treble sits fairly forward in the mix. However, there's a sweetness to the treble notes, as well as natural note size and decay as well. It isn't laser precise, but notes are well defined up front and they're detailed. It's a combination of the treble tuning and cohesiveness of the BA drivers that give the VX Pro its resolution and detail, while a boosted treble on its own is good for picking up details. An overly bright or poorly executed treble can be destructive to the overall resolution and the timbre. This one, however, is pretty much spot on. It's exciting and vibrant, but at the same time it's smooth and non-fatiguing. In terms of soundstage, the soundstage is fairly wide. It's got ample depth in front of the listener. Instrument separation is good, and the resolution, as I alluded to, is very good as well. That's one advantage of having multiple drivers. You get a nice resolution. You get several drivers covering each little band of the frequency response, and you can hear that here. As far as imaging and placement within the soundstage go, it's pretty solid for an IEM in this range. I wouldn't say it's class leading, but definitely solid, and that resolution helps out here a lot. But the level and clarity and the detail is really nice. Now I'm going to do one quick comparison here today, and that is with the Hi-Diz MS2. Now the Hi-Diz MS2 is only I believe it's a dual driver from memory. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong, but dual driver, so you got one dynamic and one balanced armature driver, and they have some similarities, but they're quite different overall. The MS2 here has definitely got less bass quantity. It's got a leaner and a faster bass. So bass notes are a little better defined. They're a little bit faster and tighter, whereas the VX Pro here has sort of got a fuller bass response. It's got a thicker attack and a slower decay on bass notes. And while I do appreciate the speed of the MS2's bass, I like the weight that the VX Pro delivers. I like that bit of extra oomph in the low end, if you know what I mean. And that carries on into the mid-range as well. Like the MS2 is a little bit leaner and drier in the mid-range, whereas the VX Pro has got this nice full-bodied sound. But like I said, there's a nice black background. The resolution is really nice, so every little sound and instrument is sort of sitting in its own space. It doesn't all get congested together, which can happen a little bit on the MS2. Well, not really. This is also, the MS2 is also a resolving IEM, but it's got a brighter tonality. It probably has slightly better detail retrieval than the VX Pro, but I like the sound of the VX Pro's treble. It's a really nice treble. It's kind of a rich, it's sparkly and exciting. It's vibrant, but it's also smooth, you know. It's got rounded notes, and I don't find it harsh at all. I don't find the MS2 treble harsh either, but I just find it more exciting to listen to. Like the treble tone on the VX Pro is just really, really lovely to listen to. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it right there. Just a quick one today, guys. I'm struggling to keep up with this backlog of reviews. I'm slowly working through them. hopefully in the future I'm going to start doing less reviews and maybe pump up the quality a little bit rather than just trying to churn out things day after day, because I want to take a bit more time and care in my testing. However, I have been listening to these for a long time. This review is way overdue, so I've spent probably 100 hours just listening to these darn things already. But anyway, that is the TRN VX Pro. I really like this IEM. I think it's brilliant. If you're looking for a multi-driver IEM, you got 9 per side going on here. It's a hybrid unit. You get that nice full dynamic bass response. You get the cleanliness and the speed of the balanced armatures in the mid-range and the treble, and the tonal balance is just really nice, and the comfort is great. The build is great too. Like, I've been smashing these things around in pockets and bags and whatnot for weeks, and they look absolutely perfect. So really nice finish on these, and they're probably going to last a very long time. So yes, definitely recommended. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. If you're new here and you want to see more stuff like this in the future, come on, go ahead and do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.